continue to make a conclusion to dissolve all the conceptual mindsets, all conflicts will be faded automatically. Anything that one gives favor and values, it will have a rejection on the other side. This creates the conflicts and discriminations within oneself and all things. Continue to make a conclusion to dissolve all the conceptual mindsets. All the conflicts within the mind will be disappearing all by itself. All the conflict with samsara will be disappearing by itself. It will be the great compassion that has no flaw. The more rejecting towards anything, the more you have to give the great compassion towards that thing very often. This is to have no conflicts, to not have any obstructions towards the great compassion. The rejection blocks the great compassion. And where is it from? Because of the conceptual mindset from the other side. Therefore, it's rejecting the other side. This is the concept in the forms of choosing, not choosing that one, but choosing this thing. At this point, there is conflict towards something that one doesn't choose, or something that one rejects. There is conflict. There is a conflict with the attachment, with something that is there, with something that one has. Conflicts with everything. In the end, is blocking the great compassion. So we have to move on together with everything. No need to try to let go or not letting go altogether. We have to dissolve the wall of opinions and meanings about letting go or not letting go. No need to let go or not letting go altogether. No need to end or not ending altogether. Dissolving the wall of opinions. That is all about having to end the defilement or not. Having to end karma or not. Let's dissolve all these wall of opinions and meanings right away. Ending or not ending, just dissolve it. No need to try to end or not ending all the same with everything. That's it. That's it. There is no conflict. Move on together. The Arahants, they have to shift towards the Arahants, Bodhisattvas, to blessed beings. And it's difficult because they have chosen to liberate specifically, choosing to be free, choosing to discard, choosing to not grasp. So when they return to blessed, it's difficult to be in accordance with the beings. It's like there is no balance with the beings, and therefore there are karma with the beings. With this, it's very difficult to bless the beings. Therefore, blessing has to be in the form of the Arahants, in the intangible form, without traces, having to have a thought of blessing, to guide the way for the blessing, but that's also very difficult. When you create the differentiations, it's impossible to be balanced with samsara as one. This is blocking the great compassion. If you letting go, how will you bless the beings? If you discard, how you bless samsara? You are aiming towards nibbana. How can you bless samsara? You have to step over nibbana or not nibbana. Being bound or being free, you have to step over this kind of opinions and meanings. Because the true origin of the Satya Dharma doesn't have nibbana or not nibbana, enlightened or not enlightened. You create yourself. You create it yourself. It doesn't exist. So when it's become conceptual mindset, you have to dissolve it. Make a conclusion to dissolve it. Don't regret it. So that it will be the same great compassion with the whole samsara. Don't separate the great compassion from something that is being given the great compassion. If you pass on well, it will be the same essence with samsara, the same great compassion, the same essence. Without the conclusion to dissolve the conceptual mindset, it will enter the karmic habits of thinking in oneself, being still, being comfortable, in the contentment, in the lightness of the mind. That is a delusion. This is the result of the merits and perfection. It's like that. It's the same attempt to dwell, the same samsara. This is the form of samsara. Let the living or being becoming something that is fake. But the essence, just make a conclusion to dissolve it. No need to let go or not letting go, all the same. No need to discard or not discard, all the same with everything. No need to cut or not cutting. No need to engage or disengage, all the same. No need to attach or not attach, all the same. No need to renounce or not renounce, all the same. No need to be empty or not empty, all the same. No need to be nibbana or not nibbana, all the same. Make a conclusion to dissolve all the opinions and meanings, and then it will become the same essence, without flaw, without traces, all the same. In other words, it called everything is nibbana, all the same. This is the so-called assumed up language. If we dissolve the attempt to dwell within the mind, this delusion to dwell within the state of mind is the form of realms of existence. It's the forms of samsara. There is not much. There is not much. There is not much. Be enlightened to the truth that whatever you reject, you cannot bless such a thing. That thing will continue to be samsara. The difficulty will continue. That thing will be samsara onwards. The difficulty will be onwards as well. Don't try to separate anything from anything. Move on together so that the great compassion will be one with samsara. The delusion to separate is so buried deeply. That's why being realms of existence continue to be buried deeply. It's a mistake which result in the creation of realms of existence. The delusion to choose or not choosing, delusively grasping or not grasping, delusively having the idea of this is it or this isn't it. That's why it's become the tightening of realms of existence. Delusively grasping or not grasping, this is it or this isn't it. Delusively letting go or not letting go, cutting or not cutting, delusively enlightening or not enlightening, liberating or not liberating. This is so confusing with the conceptual mindset. This is the complex in the form of samsara. That's why there are higher realms, middle realms, and lower realms. The true origin doesn't have all these levels. All these levels come from the conceptual mindset. Your favor with lower levels will lead you towards lower realms of existence. Your favor with medium level will lead you towards the medium realms of existence. And as well, when you have a favor with the higher level, then you are led towards the higher realms of existence. This is arising from the conceptual mindset, which is excessive. It is not the Satya Dharma. Satya Dharma doesn't have realms of existence. Neither it is yes or no, it is or it is not. But there is a delusion with it is and it is not until it's become conceptual mindset. It's not about attachment or non-attachment, but you are deludedly having the idea of attachment and non-attachment. That's why there are commoners and noble ones. The true origin doesn't have commoners or noble ones. The true origin doesn't have even having or not having, but you create it delusively, having the idea of it is and it is not, until it creates the status of commoners and noble ones. The confusion has been so far. Further, delusively, obsessively with it is and it is not. Therefore, it becomes unbearableness, a torture, conflicting within oneself. The true origin doesn't have enlightened or not enlightened. All the pebbles, the rocks, the space in the air, the trees, the nature doesn't have enlightened or not enlightened. When you have the concept, there is such a thing. There is this kind of discrimination. It is the complex. So conclude to dissolve the conclusion. Any sentences dissolve themselves. Any opinions dissolve themselves. If you are in the higher realms of existence, you are still amidst samsara as always. Even you are in the middle realms or lower realms, you are still in the middle of samsara as usual, amidst samsara as usual. Even the arahants, they are still amidst samsara as always. It's just that it's not something within the middle of anything. Therefore, don't waste the time to separate anything. Be enlightened that the separation is from the fixation and projection of opinions and meanings, and that's why it becomes conceptual mindsets or attitudes. It's the same thing. That's why it's become conceptual mindset, attitude. Therefore, it follows by discrimination and various realms of existence because of different favors. Therefore, it becomes different realms of existence from different favors. So dissolve all. Dissolve the dissolving itself, not relate to relating or not relating. There is no need to relate or not relate. To not relate is like the conceptual mindset favoring to relate or not relate. Not relate to either relating or not relating. Dissolve all these conceptual mindsets, not having to have the concept of relating or not relating. With everything all the same. You see that where samsara is coming from is from the desire, misleading opinions and meanings. That's why it becomes conceptual mindsets. That's where it's from. There is liking or disliking, grasping or not grasping. There is the following with discarding or not discarding. Discarding or not discarding is still opinions and meanings, still conceptual mindset. This is still having discrimination. So move on together without having to discard or not discard all the same. No need to try to discard or not discarding all the same with everything. With this, it will end all the discrimination. It will end the difficulty. The obsession with escaping, sitting to practice for the sake of oneself. Even oneself is still in the midst of samsara without realizing it. Sitting in solitude amidst samsara without realizing it at all. Trying to run away from samsara but still in the midst of samsara without realizing it. Therefore, this conceptual mindset is the self-torturing of the mind. It is the root cause of the suffering. You are going to favor nibbana or samsara. It's still the cause of the suffering. It is still the cause itself. Dissolve all, whether favoring or not favoring. No need to try to engage or disengage. All the same. No need to relate or not relate. All the same. No need to try to give it yes or no. All the same. Neither it is or it is not. Let it be the same great compassion for everything. Later on, there will not be the kind of solitude, escapade, when you dissolve well all these conceptual mindsets. All this escapade is unrealized that oneself is still amidst samsara. Still in the midst of the collective samsara. Later on, there is not going to be such a thing. It will turn into the great compassion without separation. It's going to be balanced with everything. No need to try to let go or not letting go all the same. There is no need to find a place to be in solitude. No need to try to let go or not letting go. That's it. There is no need to be worried about having to liberate or not liberate. No need to have self-torture with persevere like this, like that. To bless each other, how can it be when there is disgusting each other, rejecting each other? Because of the option, it makes oneself have a bad habit to stay with what one chooses. Choosing creates bad habits. It makes oneself become weakened to the collective samsara. This is the great compassion. You have to learn and refine the art of the great compassion. It's not just the words. You have to know the essence. It's not just theories that you talk about, but what is the essence? Refine the essence of the great compassion. Aiming towards letting go, letting go, letting go. This is just about for the sake of oneself. It's not the great compassion, just for the sake of oneself only. It's like Samsara has to refine the essence of the great compassion. Even the Arahants also. No need to talk about other parts. Even the Arahants, they have to refine the art of the great compassion also. Because the Arahants doesn't come from the great compassion. They come from the conceptual mindset. By refraining, by abstaining, by giving up, by renouncing. It's still coming from this point, the karmic difficulties of opinions and meanings. Therefore, even letting go is there, even discarding is there. It's difficult to bless the beings. Because there has been the karmic difficulties of distinguishing. It's blocking the great compassion. Therefore, make a conclusion accordingly. Everything, all the same, without trying to let go or not letting go, all the same. No need to let go or not letting go. Make a conclusion like this. No need to discard or not discard. All the same with everything, all the same. No need to discard or not discarding. Then it will not become the conceptual mindset. No more opinions and meanings. And it will end all the blockage with the great compassion. No need to be enlightened or not. No need to try to be enlightened or not. All the same. All the same. Because there will be no one who is enlightened or not. That's the essence of the true origin of the Satya Dharma. The enlightenment or not that is there is deceiving. Totally deceiving. Samsara always talking about it. Enlightened, not enlightened. It's like something that is fake, is deceiving. The true essence doesn't have enlightenment or not.
ก็ดำเนินมหากรุณาไปตามนั้น
Continue the great compassion accordingly with all groups of beings. Move on together in the way that there is no need to let go or not letting go altogether. Then it will be possible to move on altogether in the way of dissolving altogether, helping ending altogether. Move on with the great compassion altogether with all groups of beings in the way that there is no need to let go or not letting go. This will turn into helping through ending accordingly. It is the essence that help ending accordingly.